Carlos, welcome back to Melbourne. This is the only Grand Slam title missing from your collection. How motivated are you to win the career Grand Slam here over the next couple of weeks?
Well, it's as I said before, I think this is my main goal for this year. It's the first tournament and the main goal. So it's gonna be really interesting for me how I prepared, which I think I just made a really good preseason, just to be in a good shape. So I'm just angry for the title, angry to do a really good result here. So I'm just getting ready as much as I can, and I'm really excited about the tournament begun.
Carlos, we just heard from Jannik speak about how important it was to still have Darren Cahill with him on his team. He's like the dad of the team. Not having Juan Carlos with you, how difficult is that heading into a new season at a Grand Slam?
Well, I just built my team, which is the same as I'm having last year with Juan Carlos. I just we decided to do it, and I'm just having plenty of confidence of the team that I have right now, and I'm just as I said, the practices has been really well. I'm just feeling well, so just excited about the tournament began with the team that I have right now.
Okay.
Hi, Carlos. Just on the career Grand Slam, I think you said at the end of last year that if you were offered one Australian Open or two other Grand Slam titles this year, you'd choose one Australian Open. If it was one Australian Open or all three of the others, which would you choose?
Well, that's a good one. I don't know. I don't know if which one I would choose. Obviously, complete the career Grand Slam is something amazing to do. Be able to be the youngest that I have done it before. It's even better. But three are three. Three Grand Slam are three Grand Slam. I don't know. It is a question that I gotta think about it, not just a quick answer.
I'll come back to you.
Yeah, please.
Hi, Carlos. So there's been a lot of reporting about the, what happened with Juan Carlos Ferrero, but I think a lot of people are just still kind of confused about what happened, and so I would just love to ask you what happened.
Well, it is something we just decide. I think chapter of life there is a time that has to be end, and we decided like this. I gotta say that I'm really grateful for these 7 years I've been with Juan Carlos. I learned a lot. Probably thanks to him, I'm the player that I am right now. But internally we decided like this. We closed this chapter in mutual. So, and we, as I said, we both are still friends, good relationship, and but we just decided like this.
Hi, Carlos. You said the off-season is going well. I was just curious, in light of the change, was there any differences in the routines? Did you look at it as an opportunity to do different things in this preseason? Just what was it like?
There wasn't any changes at all. We just was really focused on the things that we had to do, the things that we think we should improve coming from this season. So as I said, I have the same team that I had last year, just one member missing, but the rest of the team are everyone are the same. So we didn't change the routine at all. So we just going through the preseason and the season, in the same way, or probably with with the improvement that I really want to do.
Hi, I'm curious about your experience and impression in Korea, because it's a stadium that was packed and people are very excited, and also you went to Tokyo last year. So how do you feel about the popularity of tennis in East Asia?
Well, it was really interesting to see, to be honest, because I've talked with some players that have been playing, in Asia the last 10 years, for example, and they have told me that the people are getting more into the tennis, year after year, which is great. My first time in Korea, and I felt the love and the support, even though I think there weren't, too many tournaments or just one. I don't even remember when was it. So that the tennis are not really famous in terms of tournaments or events there in Korea, for example, and the way that I was received there, it was insane. It was crazy, which I just loved. So it is great for the tennis and for myself to see how important is the tennis world in those countries.
Can you talk about how the Australian Open, what your experience of the Australian Open is compared to some other tournaments, and also what do you love about being in Melbourne? Are there particular places you try to go?
Well, it's for me, Australia is one of the tournaments that they always making upgrades. Every year I'm coming here every year, and I can see changes to be better or to make the players feeling more comfortable on the tournament. It is the biggest facilities for the player in terms of courts, in terms of courts that have the roof on it, practice courts, facilities to recover. Everything here is really, really easy for us. I just love coming here every year. Obviously, the trip is not the best one, too long. But once we are here, I just enjoy so much. Any place that I really want to go, I've gone to not too many places, but a few of them that I really like, and peaceful places that I can walk around. And just be with with my team, really, really calm. That for me, it's great to prepare the matches.
Last one, Matt.
Yeah, you were working on your serve last year to try and get this rhythm. It worked out pretty well by the end of the year. And then we see videos where you continue to tweak with your serve. What is going on there? What are you trying to do? And what could get better than how it was, say, at the U.S. Open?
You wanted to say like it's really similar to Djokovic's serve. I knew you went to no, but I don't know. I think everyone has to make changes. Small details. And for me, the serve is something that I really want to be better every year in every tournament. So I just put in constant work on the serve. To be honest, on the Preseason, we didn't make changes in the serve, but it doesn't mean that I didn't do. So I would say, like for myself, I just making changes all the time, every tournament, every day, without Samu has to tell me. I like, for example, I just changing the movement a little bit, and now with this movement on the serve, I just feel really, really comfortable. It's smooth and really calm and peaceful rhythm, which I think it helps me a lot to do a better serve. Let's see how it's gonna be this year. Probably you're gonna see another chance. I don't know if the next month or at the end of the year, but I just make constant changes in every shot. But it's just about it's really small details.
Are you trying to make it like Djokovic?
No. I didn't think about or I wasn't thinking about making the same serve as Djokovic. But at the end, yeah, I can even see the similarities.
¿Es español?